Welcome to the Enact web app. The app is for creating and sharing multimedia content about cultural activities. We call these Enact activities. In this demonstration, I'll show you how to use Enact activities created by other people, how to engage with the social aspects of the app, and I'll show you how to author your own activities. You can use the navigation bar at the bottom of this video to select the chapter you want to watch. Otherwise, just keep watching for the full tour. First, just to let you know that the pages might look a little different to you depending on what screen size you're viewing the app on. For example, this is a view you'd get from a mobile interface. This from a tablet. And this on a desktop computer. I'll stick with desktop for the rest of this demonstration. OK, let's begin by exploring the content created by other app users. Click the Learn tab to view the activity library. We've placed some of our favourite content at the top, so this is a great place to start, but scroll down and you'll see our full content list. You can click on the two middle column titles to sort the content, which might help you find content you're interested in. Select a content title to load it in our interactive player. It's worth noting that all Enact activities follow a similar structure. I'll select an activity and explain. OK, I've selected the Chinese lantern activity. First, we're given some context about the activity. In this case, it's a video informing us of Chinese lantern customs. The next part of the activity helps us understand some key vocabulary. In this case, we're presented with an image of key items used when making Chinese lanterns. Clicking a plus symbol reveals the word associated with the depicted item, and if there's a speaker symbol, this can be clicked to hear the pronunciation. The next stage is to inform us of how to do an activity. In this case, we can watch an interactive video. You might notice text popping up on screen, the video pausing, and so on, depending on what kind of interactions the activity author has chosen. Following this, we have some content to test what I've learned. In this case, there's a game where I have to match the words on the left with the corresponding images on the right. It's worth pointing out that if you find something broken or offensive, you can use the links at the bottom of an activity to report this to us. Alternatively, you can use the Report a Problem link at the top of the page to explain the problem to us. Now might be a good time to pause the video and explore the available Enact activities. People who register on the app get more options. Registration is quick and easy. Just click the Login Register link and then switch to the Create New Account tab. Fill out your details. You don't have to do them all right now, but you must do the 4 with the stars: names, email, password, and password confirmation. You'll then be logged in and ready to go, but you should still check your email and click the confirmation link that's sent to you. You'll now be able to engage with the social sides of the app. You can also author your own Enact activities. Let's have a look at the social features first. You'll notice that each activity has a comment section below it. Please add your own comment to each activity to let us all know what you learned about the language and culture from engaging with this activity. You can even upload an image or add a video URL to accompany your text comment. If you're interested in the activity's author, you can click on their name just below the activity's title, and this will take you to their profile page. If you've not done so already, you might like to complete your own profile, adding a picture, a biography about you, and perhaps a link to your own website or a social media profile. It's easy to do. Just click on the My Account link at the top of the screen and then click the Edit tab. The app also has a private messaging feature. If you see an author who you would like to send a message to, you can click on their name below an activity. You can see this link, send this user a private message. We can go ahead and click that link, enter our subject and message here, and then we can send the message. Alternatively, we can go up to the Messages tab at the top of the screen. If we have any messages that we've received, we'll see them in this list here, or we can write a new message. And we can search for a user here, so I could search for admin. And then again, I've got the same subject and message information to add, and then I can send the message. It's worth noting that if you don't want to send and receive any private messages, you can disable this by going to the My Account link at the top of the screen, then edit your profile, and simply uncheck the two boxes under the private messaging section. Save your profile, and that will complete the process. I'm now going to show you how to author some Enact content yourself. There's some resources I've prepared to help you so you can follow along with this demonstration. Just go to User Guides, look beside this video, and you should find a link to download a zipped folder called Origami Boat, because we're going to do a demonstration of creating an Origami Boat activity. I can open the Origami Boat folder and we'll see a README file, and then 3 folders which have some images and some MP3 audio files which we're going to use in this demonstration. If you open the README file, you'll also find some YouTube links. I've got these opened already. So, I'm logged into my account. I can then go to the Create tab, and now we're ready to begin. One thing to say at this point is, it can be quite a complex process authoring Enact materials, so it's really good if you prepare all your resources in advance, create folders, label things, name them neatly, and it makes the task of actually authoring on the app much simpler. So we're going to start by giving the activity a name. I'm going to call this Origami Boat by Tom Smith. You should just add by and then your name, and that's just a way for us to know that this is a demonstration activity, and we'll delete it later because we know you're just practicing. When you're authoring a normal activity, you don't actually need to say by and then your name, because underneath the title of the activity, your name will come up anyway. Step 2 asks us to create some content to give a sense of the activity's context. We're going to choose interactive video. There are 2 options, and actually there's several options for most of these stages of the authoring process. I'm only able to take you through one just now, just so you get an idea of what authoring an Enact activity is all about, but I'll leave you to explore the full range of options at your own pace. So for now, step 2, we'll choose interactive video. I can click the plus symbol to add a video, and I've already found a video on YouTube which gives me a sense of what origami is all about. It would be even better if I'd created my own video, and I would encourage you to do that if possible, but if not, you can source a video from YouTube, you can copy the URL, and you can paste it in here. If you create a video, you can send it to us and we can upload it to the Enact YouTube channel. That's probably the best way to go, and then we'll send you a link for you to add to your own activity that you're authoring. So we can now move along and add interactions. This allows us to overlay text and images, labels on top of the video. So I'll just give you a very basic demonstration of how this works. Obviously, you should have a think about what kind of text might help someone, in this case, get a sense of the activity's context. I'm just going to pause the video here, and I'll select from the toolbar at the top, Label. And I'll add a label in here. This is what origami is all about. Done. I could keep playing the video, pausing it and adding labels or text or images as I see fit, things that will enhance the user's experience of watching this video. But I think just one interaction is enough to give you an idea of what's going on. So we'll move on to step 3. Step 3 is useful if you want to add some extra 360-degree media to give someone a really immersive experience. This is an optional step, so you don't need to complete it, and actually for now we'll just move past this to step 4. This is all about teaching people important words used in an activity. We're going to choose the image hotspots media type. First, we're asked to add a background image, so I'll press Add. And from that resource folder you downloaded, let's go into the step 4 folder, and you should see a boat vocabulary.png file. So just open that. What we have here is a composite image I created earlier. So there's 3 things that I want to depict here, which I think are important aspects of vocabulary. I've taken images of them and I've combined them together with some photo editing software. So with the background image loaded, I'm now able to add my hotspots. We can see a dot in the center of this image here. I'm actually just going to click to move the dot over to the right hand side. And for the text, I'm going to type in paper, because I'm obviously depicting a sheet of paper. I can now add an audio file, which is me saying the word paper, which will give users a sense of the pronunciation. I can upload the file, and within that step 4 folder, you'll see the file I've named it to help you find it, paper audio mp3. I'll just open that. And now we can add a second hot point. I'll click towards the top left of the image, and the text that I want to associate with this hotspot is fold, and I'll add an audio file where I've said fold. And I'll add a third hotspot in the bottom left of the image, and for this image, this is depicting a crease, and here's the audio file of the pronunciation. Now You'll find when you browse the library that often there's many more vocabulary items added in this. You can create composite images with 5, 10, 15 items, whatever you see fit. We just have 3 items here just for a very simple basic demonstration. Let's move on to step 5. This is where we create our how-to guide, showing people how we do the activity. We're going to add an interactive video. I'll click the add video link here. I've already created a how-to video and uploaded it to YouTube. This is a video of how to do some simple origami. I'm just going to copy the URL from the top bar here, paste it in place, and now we can add some interactions. As we've already covered how to add interactions to interactive videos, I'll fast forward this bit. Let's move on to step 6. This is where we test how much vocabulary users have learned from the activity. We only have one option, which is match pairs, so I'll select match pairs. And we have a series of cards here. So we're on card 1. I'll add an image and I'll navigate to my step 6 folder where I've prepared my resources. I'll select paper, the paper image, and then below it I'll write the word paper and I'll upload the audio file for paper. Really here I'm just recycling the resources I created for step 2. I'll now add my image for the fold. And here is the crease. Let's move on. Step 7 is optional, so again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. We have 2 options here. We can either test users' understanding of the sequence of an activity by choosing the image sequencing option, or we can create a standard quiz by choosing the single choice set option. We're going to go for the image sequencing option. We need to line up our images in the correct sequence here. So if I add image 1, then I can move to my step 7 folder, and you'll see that I've actually numbered these already into the correct order to depict the sequence of the origami activity. So for step 1, I'm going to add image number 1. For image 2, I'll add image 2, and I'll continue like that until I've completed all the images in my folder. I would encourage you to take the time and add image descriptions and audio files if you have them to accompany these steps, but I'm going to bypass that point for now. Let's move down. Before we can publish this activity, we need to say what language we're presenting in. So the language I've used here is English. And we have to say from what country this activity originates. And in this case, it's from Japan. And I can add some keywords. So I might add origami. I might also add paper. Let's now publish. And that's it. Our activity should be complete. As the page refreshes, we can see our completed origami boat activity. We have our interactive video. We have our image hotspots. So we can click here and we see the name fold. We can click to here, fold. We have our how-to video. Here's our matching exercise. Oh, good to know I got them correct. Here's our final part, our image sequencing. So I would try and drag these into the correct order. And that's it. We're now ready for people to add comments and to give us their feedback on our activity.